everyone, welcome in. I want to thank everybody for stopping by today. I know it's been just a smidge of a minute. I haven't really been home, and when I am home, it's work and school and kids and husband and cleaning and cooking and folding clothes. Anyway, let's get on back. Bring it on back in. So it's been a bit since I've been here. I'm trying to be a little bit more weekly so that, I don't like to, I know when I watch my favorite YouTubers, I know people get busy, but it's good when you can touch base frequently, I think, maybe once a week. So especially if you have you're very informative and you have that really awesome style that people are craving, or your positivity or your love and everything. People need that now. So I'm going to try to bring that as much as I possibly can, as often as I possibly can, because I love this. So anyhow, I know in my last one I said that I was going to show a little demo of how I spin on the drop spindle, and I'm definitely going to be doing that today. But before I did, I wanted to show you the skeins that I made. I'm working on getting a little better. You can see my tail right there. This came unraveled in the course of me taking it off my spindle. I should have given it an extra spin just to secure it. And plus I've been finagling with this one a lot because it was my first thin one. My thin. Not all of it's consistent. That's why I'm practicing. So that, my dog. So that I can continue to get better at it. But I have 4 here. This one is my second fave. I'm going to show you my first fave in a minute. This one here, I'm going to call Sky. It has light blue, sky blue, yellow, white, and hints of gray for those tiny little clouds you see when you're on the beach, and they're out there floating around in your sky or whatnot. My dog's getting anxious here. I might have to pause this. Then we have this here. Want to say hi? Levi. Sorry about the mess under my desk. So he's going to chill down there. I've got to take him out in a little bit. But then there's this one. I like the color of it. This one I may ply with another one. Yeah. And then there's this one that got the name Carmelito, or Carmelita. Sorry, Carmelita, because it looks all caramelly and mocha-esque. So I was asking for a name for it, just to kind of name them and everything like that. Put in a little ball here. And then I have another one that my friend named Bird's Eye View. Yes. And this here is just what I tied it up with. So I'm going to have to go through this one again, and I'm going to stretch it out on my Nitty Knotty and put it through the wash one more time. Probably not supposed to do that, but I'm going to do it just to kind of reset it. It's so cute. It's like a little cinnamon bun. My favorite and my most recent skein that I just did, and I think this is a part it's on my my little cover photo for the video, I think, something like that. Look at this beauty. This is 2-ply that I spun from roving, and I'm going to be right back because my doggy has to go outside. And we're back. That took all of maybe 15 minutes that you will not have to endure. But anyhow, so I showed you my skeins, and over time, oh yeah, I showed you this here. Beautimous. Just awesome. Not tooting horns, but this is just, I didn't think that it would come out like this after I washed it. to set it, and it's starting to curl up some, so I'm going to stretch it back out on my nitty knotty. But this is so cool. It's awesome when you can go from, let's see, this to this, and this can become a scarf. Or, because I'm also getting into weaving, it can be either a wall art, or I can weave a scarf. Whatever works, right? So, I also wanted to show or share a few things with you, because I know that this channel is mostly for like beginners. So, you know, taking our journey to the next level together. So before I got anything or spent any real money on stuff, I knew that I would need bobbins. And because I couldn't get it, and I'm a little impatient, so because I couldn't get it right then and there, like I couldn't go, they don't have them at like hobby stores, which they should have them at like maybe a Hobby Lobby, or somebody somewhere come up with a crafting store that has like these things in it. But I have my bobbin right here. What is this? There's a tissue roll. A tissue roll. So I'm using this for many of my older skeins that I was practicing on. You see, this one's a little wonky, and this one might be like an art yarn because it's so bulky. So I use that. Bam, there it is. And also with the nitty knotties, because I couldn't wait, I got my husband to make me one. We found out how to make one online. He's very good with his building skills, and here we go. Well, hold on a second. See, the good thing about these is if it breaks or it comes apart, you can put it right back on. This is just PVC, 1/2 inch PVC. And if I need it longer, I have a whole nother, we bought 2 of them. I got a whole nother pipe over there to chop up and extend this, and also have another T right here to place here to extend it for the larger skeins that I am looking to do. And I might just spray paint this one and make it like super cool. So you can do that, and that costed all of like $10 to make. Let's see. Also, with this skein up here, I did blending, but I don't have a blending board yet. But I'm going to make one. I've seen where you can get like just a regular chopping board or chopping board, and you will get the they're called carder sheets, and it comes with the little carding thingies on it, that when you get a drum carder, it pulls the wool through and kind of straightens it out, and you comb it and you can turn it into a bat. So what you'll do is you'll get your what do you call that thing? You get your draft or carding paper, and you put it on here, and you just staple it down. I'm getting a notification. You just staple it down, and then I have, which mine is on the way in the mail, and I'll assemble it. Yeah, I'll make a video of me putting it together. But this is a paintbrush, because with the drum carders, they have like the brushes while the carder's going. You can comb it out. You can do it with a paintbrush, because the fibers are so, they're not knotty, if that makes sense. So you just put it up there and just comb it down a couple times, and you're blended. So little crafty ways to be crafty. Little crafty ways to be crafty. Also, I wanted to show you how I start my spinning. Now, I did a previous video, but I didn't like it was so dark, and I was showing how to do this with spinning. So what I will do, since I've already got this spun, I'll just show you the method in which I used. Or actually, I'm gonna go ahead and spin this right back up. And I will take the time I'm just getting a little sleepy. It's almost class time. I work night shift, so my sleep and body are totally off, and it's okay. So what you'll do is if you get roving, like you can go to a craft store, again, Hobby Lobby, $7, $8. You can get it in brights, nudes, actual wool, like without it being dyed or anything. And it's so cool because it has little pieces of grass in it, and I think it's super awesome. But yeah, so you can grab it and just kind of unfold it. It's a little long, looks like maybe a large intestine almost. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your desired size. I would say go just a smidgen thicker. That's about the size I'm pulling off right there, and I'm going to just roll it all the way down. It is going to get thicker on the way. This is an old piece of roving for me. And if it does that, I'll just start kind of like here, break it off, and thin it out some more. Yeah. So it's not too bulky, and you're not spending your spinning time pre-drafting. Now, pre-drafting is when you draft before you spin. I have, this here is a student spindle I got from the Woolery. It's a very good spindle to start with, but with this one, it's got some weight to it, but not, it doesn't allow you to, well for me, to spin fast enough, or long enough rather, so that you can draft. Again, that's just me. Some people probably can't do it. For me, I need to know that that's going to spin a little bit so I have some time to reach back up, because I've spun, and then while I'm reaching up out to draft, this is stopping and starting to turn in the opposite direction. So there's that. So I pre-draft all of my roving. So while I'm going, I don't have to. I might have to stop every now and then just to kind of thin something out, but that's while it's stopped, not while it's spinning. And pre-drafting, check your staple, and your staple is just where you have enough, where you pull apart and it moves. See? And I'm doing it real slow, where it moves. Now if I'm too close, because the fibers are still going in that same direction, and that's probably still like in the same fiber line, that makes sense, it's not going to move. But however far, the furthest you can get while still being close is going to be your staple. So this is about maybe 3-inch staple. Okay, and I like to do it this way because I can look at it becoming transparent, and that's when I stop my drafting. When the color starts to fade, I stop my drafting, because if it gets too thin, you're going to get excited and like, yeah man, I'm pre-drafted, I'm ready to go, and you're going to put it on there, and as soon as you drop the spindle to spin, it is going to break. You don't want it to break. This is just what I do. This is not a requirement. Once you get into it, you'll get your rhythm, you'll get your preferences and whatnot. And I like to do I like to try to make the bottom a little uneven, because I know that I'm going to be attaching, and if it's uneven versus straight across, then I can take the other part and kind of fit it in there like a Tetris, so it'll still it won't be so bulky. I'm working on that, because a lot of my skeins, you can kind of see where I'm adding on more roving. So, and this is a perfect example. Awesome. So because I finished this, and you can see right there, trying to get, there we go, focus dude, you see right there, it's uneven. That is so. I'm going to come in here, and you can see this one too, uneven. I'm going to pull this up through my notch. Okay. And just kind of attach it. I like to just kind of run it down, kind of let the fibers do their thing and try to connect to each other like that. And the bulkier part, I just kind of pull on. You don't have to do this, you can just start it up, but I kind of pull on to keep my consistency up. Surely as we go on, you know, you'll find better ways ways to do it so it's not so taxing, but right now that's what works. Now I normally spin in the counterclockwise. I think that's the Z spin. And you just go. Now I do it like this. This is my own personal way. I call it the helicopter method, because you're just going to sit there and spin while you're pulling. Or you can do the draft or park and draft. Here we go. Boom. So you're spinning it up. And I like to spin until I see some, come on. Okay, let me see. Is it focusing? It's trying. It's trying. See those little knots right there? Yeah. And then what you do is you can park it between your legs. You pinch the part that's spun where your hand was, and I will pull this part up here to kind of straighten it, boop, and let it go. You've got a twist. And I pull on the bottom because you still have some of those little knots down there, and I can feel them popping upward as I'm pulling upward. Let's see. And before I move on, I'll give it maybe 2 little twists. I like to go for the feel here where you feel it rolling in and it kind of tightens in your hand. I'll twist until then, and then I'll stop. And then we're going to go back to twisting it up again, and it moves pretty fast. Pretty fast. And then pinch that. You're going to stretch this out. Boop. There we go. Tighten it up. See? Takes no time, and you're about done. That looks a little long, but you're about done. And also, I like to keep this kind of draped here. This way when you're spinning, it doesn't get in your way. And of course, when it gets too long, pop that sucker off of the notch there, that's right there, and just wrap it around. Hook it back on, and get back into it. See? Fun, fun, funs. It goes by so fast. Before you know it, you're pulling up the end of your roving, and you're like, oh man. And then you have to, well, I'll begin drafting for my next to attach another. It's pretty cool. Now my consistency I'm still working on. So if you see some thicky parts, or you see me here just drafting again, I'm trying to gauge. Once I start seeing it bulk up a little bit, like right here, it bulks up just a smidgen. Yeah. To pre-draft, and I'm in my spin, and I hear ladies talking, you know, just I guess I came on back into reality. So I heard them talking, and then I looked up, and yeah, they were looking right at me, and they came up to me and they're like, where are you from? Are you from here? I said, yeah, I'm from here. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is our culture. And they were really sweet about it. They were really sweet. I know how some people are like, you know, why are you stealing them? No, they were super sweet. And they're like, and I asked them, I said, well, where are you ladies from? And they said, we're from Ethiopia. So I had a moment where I connected, even for that brief moment, with people from a different country by doing this, something that is a part of their culture. It's amazing. It is amazing. They thought it was cool because they don't see people doing stuff like this anymore. This is like probably not done as often as it should be done. And what I'll do, since I'm done with this for right now, I'll take it and wrap it around my hook, the loose part. It might come up just a little bit. See? Starting my yarn. I can't wait because today my actual sample is coming in today. I wanted to get a breed first, but it was a little difficult to grab a fleece. I have to look around more. It's been a little busy, so I want to get an Icelandic fleece so I can process it, and we can do that together. I would like to know if you'd want to, the whole washing, and hopefully I'll have my blending board, and I think I can, with my blending board, I can do some carding on that, because I've yet to get a drum carder, but it's in the works. So that is how I spin on my drop spindle. It's very easy. I think it's, if you got to give yourself grace. You have to give yourself a lot of grace, especially if you haven't been in the crafting world, and this is completely 100% new. You do need to grant grace. Allow for the bulkies, allow for the mess ups. I have a yarn ball here that I was going to make probably an art yarn. It's just so wonky looking. Let's see, but look at the progress. See how it gets even thinner, and it looks like, you know, an actual ball of yarn that you get out of the store. So just grant yourself grace and don't give up. By any means, if you gotta walk away, what I do is I will link some videos in here of the people that I watch that keep me motivated. One that really got me, and I think I mentioned in my first video, her page is Made Weave Love, like made with love, but Made Weave Love. I was at work and I was on TikTok. I was falling asleep. I'm like, let me watch these to kind of wake me up. And boom, there she was. She was on her drum carder, and I was sitting there, and then I seen her on a spinning. She has an e-spinner, and I watched her, and my whole world just lit up. Like my whole world just lit up. I sat there and I was like, oh, this, because I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to weave, but I thought that it was gone because I didn't see anything else about it. But now I'm finding spindles and spin wheels and looms and everything, and I'm just like, I have to do this, and I want to make things that I can put out into the world that's going to be joyful and lovely and happy. I think that is it for today. I just wanted to show you some beginner things that I'm doing until like I can really build my studio. Despise not small beginnings. That's in the Bible, because once you start small, it's the journey. Start small. Get your rhythm of things. I mean, some people can go out there and just boom, but if you can't, it's okay. It's okay. They don't spinning and making yarn and weaving has been around for centuries. They didn't go out to their local crafting store back in the day and get some spinners and carders and all that stuff. They didn't do it. A lot of stuff was done by hand, completely by hand. So don't stress, don't give up. Take it one day at a time. Get what you can, and you know, little bouts. Save up your money. If you're passionate about this and this is something that you plan to do like hardcore, of course, save it up, go out there and get it. do it. Best thing to do is just do it. There's no need to wait. So with that said, I'm going to run. It's time for me to take a little bit of a nap. I've got school and picking up of kids and picking up an order and picking up medication and all that good stuff going on, and I can feel the sleep coming to me. So anyway, also before I go, I wanted to share this with you. Well, yeah, I'm not just into the crafting. I have another love of my life that I've done since I was in elementary school. I would use notebooks. I never threw away notebooks, but I would use my notebooks that I would get, like my binders, that I would have that was extra, and I would turn them into storybooks, short stories. So, Levi, I'm sorry. So anyway, I am an author. I am a baby author. And one of the things, if you search my name, it's I'll show it here in a minute. But one book that I started on, I self-published on Amazon. It's called From Panic to Praise, and it's really good. It's really good. I believe it helped me through the dark times of the pandemic, and reawaken where my trust and my faith should be and needs to be. And then I have this one here. It is Levi and the Buzzy Bug. Yep. And this is a children's book that I created for my doggie. I have a friend and she knows who she is. She was my light bulb. Unfortunately, when they were supposed to allow me a page of dedication, they didn't tell me, okay, we're doing a dedication page. It was just like, does all this look good to you? Okay, boom. Next thing I know, I'm waiting for them to say, okay, what would you like for your, on your dedication page? Because they have to write this stuff out. But I didn't get it, and I didn't get to dedicate it. I wanted to dedicate it to my children and her, and just, my family, for the love and support. And there's going to be many more to come. So many irons in the fire. But it would be amazing, and I would be honored if you added this to your children's library or to your library for those who like children's books and, are kids at heart. The illustrations are very nice. I like them. Very awesome illustrations. We kind of get through here. But, yeah, so be sure to check it out on Amazon, Levi and the Buzzy Bug, or Barnes & Noble, or wherever books are sold, I was told. You just type it in and it'll come up, and you can enjoy a reading time with your children and pass it down. Like I said, there's going to be many more to come. I know there is. I've got tons I'm working on now, but like I said, a lot of irons in the fire. But it's Levi attacking my cereal bowl. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And I'd love to hear from you. I will also put my email address down there in the bottom so that we can keep in touch. I only do, I'm only positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Everybody learns something different, and there's no need to be cruel to them or come in and say hateful things. Pretty sure that may happen. It is what it is. It's nothing but a delete and keep it moving. But for those of us who want to grow and want to do this and just enjoy it for what it is, the creation of your hands, to something that is useful to you or to someone else, then let's do it. And until next time, I hope that you have a blessed day. Bye for now.